I'm Belinda Womack, and this is our third video in our mini module, the sample. You're getting a little bitty sample of what you're going to learn and experience in the 12 Archangels University. And I just want to mention before I jump into our third class here, that the videos that I'm doing in this mini module are very short, and I'm trying to really give you tools that are going to make a huge difference in your life. So even though this is a sample, I ask that you work with what you're learning here from the 12 Archangels, because it's really going to make a big difference in your daily life. The 12 Archangels University is an online platform that is hosted on something called Kajabi. All that means is that if you sign up, you will receive a password and a login. And the 12 Archangels University has 15 long modules that you can study at your own pace. You can come to class in your pajamas. I recommend that you don't take on more than the material in one module at a time, because there's so much big integration going on. There's just so much happening, even happening while you sleep at night and during the day, that you're not going to be aware of, as these 12 great angels and all of the teachers in heaven are working with you and working on your DNA and helping you to wake up and let heaven's abundance in and open you to really experience your divinity and the birthrights that come to you as a child of God, a child of the universe. In the modules that I teach, there is one module that is all about working with angelic energy. Then the next two are very detailed, in-depth healing classes that usually run 45 minutes or so on working with the imagery of a tarot card, major arcana mixed with minor arcana cards, to again really help you to connect, to wake up those brain cells. We're using imagery to awaken your brain. Now, I also include a monthly live call with me where I again continue the lessons and give a message from the angels for everyone on the call. And these classes, even though they're on a telephone, are really amazing, and that's all included in your intuition. See, your intuition, did you hear that? Your tuition. Tuition is in intuition. And that's something that the angels do that. So with every module, there are 3 videos. There's a PDF with more homework and deep introspective exercises for you to do. Plus, you have access to a live call with me where we connect even more with the angels and have fun playing with the tarot and really experiencing that healing. Now, in this class, we are going to work with the sun. Now, again, I am using the Universal Waite Tarot deck, here you go, in order to give us images that really work to activate new brain cells and to open up that creative, spiritual, intuitive hemisphere, but as well as help that left logical hemisphere to fire up as well, so that it can connect and it can bring in the intuitive truth, but grounded in good common sense. You will hear me talk about this in the 12 Archangels University, because the messages from the angels and the teaching of these angels needs to make good common sense, right? It needs to be grounded and practical so that you actually experience results, right? Results, that's what it's all about. You know, I was a biologist before I was drafted by the angels, so I understand the value of being able to see repeatable results so that, you know, you can count on it, you can trust it. This is a journey of bringing in trust. where there hasn't been any trust, and awakening trust in the truth. You are a child of God. You are a child of the universe, and you are worthy of receiving everything that you need. This university is about removing the blocks to that receiving. This card is really going to help speed that up. So again, we are working with the sun. What I'd like you to do is I want you to notice just two symbols for right now, two things in this card. The little child and the big glowing sun in the background. That big glowing sun is the central sun flowing through our sun that gives us all of our warmth and life, right? So the rays behind the sun, I want you to think of those rays as the 12 archangels. So we're all connected to those rays and those energies. The little child is you. Now, what I'd like you to do is I want you to find a photo of yourself as a child. Now, if you've worked with your inner child a lot, then probably you can just imagine that little child, and that's fine. This can take a little practice if you haven't done this before, or if there's lots of hurt still in there from your childhood. It is the little child within us that governs that doorway of what are we going to really let intuition bring to us? Are we going to let intuition bring us the truth? Or are we going to let the intuition bring us fear? Are we going to let love in? Or are we going to let fear in? And it all depends on this little child. You see, the wounded child, which we all have a wounded child, is like a layer, like a blanket that covers up the divine child. It is the divine child shown in the sun card. And that wounded child just covers up that divine child. But we have ways that we can reach that divine child. And then the love of that divinity can just help to heal those deepest wounds of our wounded child. And really let that divine love come in, and we shift. And when our consciousness changes, and I'm talking about the deep subconscious here, when the deep subconscious shifts, our reality changes. When we add that together with practicing gratitude, right, giving thanks that God receives our lack and gives to us what we need. When we put those two together, right, what we need on a conscious level, with the deepest healing of letting go of that old hurt and sorrow that we don't even remember that it's there in the deep subconscious, that's when life changes. And it changes quickly, and it continues to change. That's why the material in the 12 Archangels University, it never expires. You always have access to it, but you always have access to that healing. Once it's started, it continues. It's what it's about. All right, so what we're going to ask that you do is imagine that little child that is you. So see yourself when you were a little child, anywhere, any age, even if it's a teenager, which we do work on in the 12 Archangels University. It's pretty amazing what can happen. Either see that little child sitting right next to you, or ask the little child to sit on your lap. That's where you begin, is connecting with that little child, which you can do through a photo. The next step is to see the sun. Example in the sun card. See that sun and welcome in the love of the 12 archangels. Welcome in the love of the central sun flowing into every cell of your being like this. Divine child within me. It is my desire to love the wounded child and to allow Divine Mother, Father to bring in healing where healing is still missing. I open up to receive love from the universe. Love from the central sun to fill me up, fill me up, fill me up. Fill me with respect for myself. Fill me with divinity. Fill me with respect for my divinity. Fill me with awareness that I can change and that I can receive. Now, I ask that you just practice this. Take a photo of yourself as a little child. See that child on your lap or sitting next to you, and invite the pure unconditional love of God through the image of the sun to fill you. Now those rays are also the 12 archangels. So those 12 archangels are going to be filling you with love in all colors of the rainbow. Awakening all of those chakras, all of those batteries of spiritual energy, so that you can experience more of heaven's vibration in your daily life. And that vibration is what brings you abundance, anything that you need. Enjoy.